say something that's going to make you want to put your boots on. All right. I mean, a lot of Americans aren't speaking up anymore. Not because they don't have opinions, okay, or not because they don't hate what's happening around them. They're quiet because it feels safer. So here's the thing, all right? Once silence starts feeling safer than, speaking, Trump won and we lost. I mean, this isn't about new laws. It's not about one policy or even a headline. It's about behavior changing in real time. Teachers are thinking twice before answering students' questions. Doctors are being careful about what they document or explain. And city workers are avoiding giving honest answers. Parents are staying quiet at school meetings. Journalists hesitate before publishing. A lot of people I know are very careful about what they publish. Not necessarily me. I'm not really scared of this administration. I do know that they are very, very scared of me, though. And, And I mean, if they're watching this, boo. People aren't staying quiet because they, were told you can't speak, but because they don't know what will happen if they do. I mean, that uncertainty is the point here, right? People don't know where the line is anymore. What's allowed today and what gets flagged tomorrow. Look at it like what gets taken out of context every single day. What brings attention you didn't ask for. When the rules are unclear, fear replaces them, right? And fear is a very powerful regulator. Here's why that's so dangerous. In a healthy system, people speak freely because they know where the boundaries are. They may disagree, they may debate, but the ground rules are visible. And when those rules disappear, silence starts doing the regulating instead. People stop asking questions. They stop challenging decisions. They stop correcting mistakes. And listen, guys, silence doesn't just avoid conflict. It quietly enables power. This is how normalization happens, not, with censorship notices, not with dramatic crackdowns, but with 1,000 small choices where people say, it's not worth the risk. Teachers teach less. Doctors will explain less. Official documents will be less official. Parents advocate less. I mean, not because they're, weak. And I want to make sure people understand that. It's not because they're weak, but because the cost feels unpredictable and too high. And unpredictability is more chilling than clear punishment. I mean, look at who's most at risk here, okay? People who can't afford attention. People who work in public-facing jobs. People responsible for kids, patients, or, communities. They don't have the luxury of being loud, so they adapt. And adaptation looks like silence. The line that has been crossed here is this, guys. People are not quiet because it's illegal. People are quiet because speech feels unsafe. I mean, that's a huge shift because once silence becomes the default, it stops being neutral. It becomes compliance. And the scariest part, it feels normal while it's happening until one day people just look around and realize no one is speaking anymore. And that is why this matters. Not because one of the rules, not because one administration, but because a society where people self-censor to stay safe doesn't need to be controlled loudly. It controls itself. And once that becomes the norm, getting voices back is much harder than losing them, and it will involve a lot of bloodshed. Do not be afraid to talk. Speak up. Get loud. Be an American. Thank you for watching. I am Jared Zisser, and this is Ring of Fire. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on notifications to make sure you are informed about everything important in progressive politics today. And if you are looking for fact-based, independent reporting all day, every day, follow me here on Instagram or here on Facebook. See you in the next video.